Hi guys, this is Ross from over at Boyd Toy Shop. I thought I'd pop in today and share with you some of my favorite fidgets and offer a review of a lot of the fidget toys that we carry here. Alright, we're going to start with something that everyone kind of already knows, but with a twist. So, as you may... quiet, Hernando comes later. As you may already know, the Pop Fidget craze was very big. Sort of died down a bit, but there's still some new toys being released. Along with the Pop Fidget bracelets, we got these 3D pop toys, which I find incredibly satisfying because, refocus on the ball, not me. As you push one in with this one, it seems another one's always popping out. Very similar one we got in is this dice, which I actually enjoy because it's a little more firm than the ball. You can pop in multiples at a time, and then when squeezing the die itself, very nice. I enjoy the sound that it gives. As someone who, with their Pop Fidgets, I always liked them a little firmer. A lot of kids enjoy the soft ones. I enjoy feeling the resistance against my fingers, but I can understand why for smaller fingers that may not be as appealing. And also this sound. Oh, I love it. Hope that wasn't too loud for the camera. Honestly, I'm going to be rating these fidgets on a few things, so we're going to start with this guy. Cleanliness. We've all been there. Slime getting into things, hair getting inside of it. Slime, I think, is like on a 0 to 10 for cleanliness. Slime is the worst. I'd give this one... I don't really see any cleanliness issues with this. I can see washing it and it being relatively easy to clean, especially because of its materials. So I give this probably an 8 out of 10, mostly because I can see some things probably permanently making this gross or icky in texture. Texture is another thing I'm rating it on, is very smooth. I enjoy it. I give this an 8 out of 10. It is not a texture-based toy. Actually, I'll give this a 6 out of 10 because it's not a texture-based toy. It is a popping toy. And for effectiveness, for what it does in the popping enjoyability, I'd give it... that's another 8 from me. I had to fidget to make sure. Yeah, that's an 8. Generally very enjoyable. They also come in these fun colors, so I think these are great. For the ball is going to be very similar ratings with the exception of effectiveness. I actually find this one slightly less effective than the dice because you can't keep multiple ones down at a time. However, it is still very enjoyable. I'd give this a 6 out of 10 for effectiveness. But these are also softer, and so if you enjoy the softer poppets, you might enjoy the ball more than the die. Alright, we're going to move on to one of our most populars. I'm sure you've all seen them before, the Neatos. This is the Neato Swirl. This comes in a few different colors. It's got the yellow inside with the green on the outside. See the color changing as you squeeze it. Very satisfying occasionally. You can get some interesting sounds out of it. Not very loud. But I wanted to bring up something fairly new. We've all seen the Neato if you are a peruser of fidgets, as I am. Quiet, Hernando. He keeps clacking. This is not Hernando. This is the Neato Crystal Squeeze. Ta-da! Nice shiny packaging too. Look at that. Ooh. The fun thing about the crystal squeeze, I don't know if you can quite hear it. It's a bit more of a watery fidget. Also, you can feel this papery stuff on the inside. It's not crinkly, it's smooth, but it adds something to the sensation when you squeeze it. It also makes an excellent visual stim with the way it catches the light, and that adds a whole new layer to this Neato. Lastly, what video would this be if I didn't have something special for you all? This is the Super Neato. This bad boy is all Neato, but about like what, half the size of my head. Instead of here's the original for comparison, and here's the Super. It's got some heft to it. It's filled with the same sort of squishier material that the classic Neato is. It's that soft outside texturing. I will say, Neatos are going to get from me, I'm going to jump right into cleanliness on this one. They're going to get a 7, I think, from me, because they keep clean relatively easily. However, if your Neato does get messy and you need to rinse it off, whatever this soft coating that keeps it from getting sticky is, will rinse off of the Neato. That is an issue. So if you get this with the intention of bringing it everywhere, it'll get gross eventually. Any of the Neatos, really. If you can find what the coating is, it honestly might be like cornstarch. I would love to know. Leave it in the comments down below, because I have a Neato that I rinsed off and I really enjoy, and it's lost its softness on the outside, and now it gets gross all the time, and I miss it. Meh. Alright. Oh, the other things. Effectiveness for the Neatos, I've got to give them a 10 out of 10. Like, something about Neato itself has always done an incredible job with keeping attention, being very satisfying to hold and feel, engaging those senses of touch, and also visually satisfying. They're always adding new things in, and I really enjoy that about the Neatos. And also now we've got this super big one, and oh, I don't know if Kim's getting this back. I might need this for myself. Sorry, Kim. We're using it for display purposes. I'm gonna have some video editing to do. Now here's an interesting one. He's cute, right? It's filled with little polymer balls. If you don't know what that is, I think the brand that everyone knows is Orbeez. They're basically those. They're polymer, and it absorbs water and turns into this round little gel ball that is quite firm. More firm than like the tapioca pearls in boba tea. It's also got these little ones in between that are quite interesting to look at visually. It's got these nice soft colors, and it makes the weirdest noise. I can see some people being grossed out by it. I find it quite satisfying. I just sort of want to squeeze it next to my ear. It's very interesting. It's also, I wouldn't say this is too durable, but I will say it is quite stretchy and fun in that aspect. Oh dear. So, what do I think of this guy? Effectiveness, I'm actually going to give this one an 8. It's quite effective for engaging the senses. It sounds cool. It feels cool. Like, I am A little worried though about the thinness of the material and it breaking. Another issue, cleanliness. This guy's getting like a 4. I actually don't know how easy he is to rinse off. Hang on, I'm gonna go do that. Alright. Drying him off. He's already sticking to the paper towel. Because this, in particular, this little squishy bear, is very sticky. I do enjoy these types of fidgets, though, where they have something inside them that you can feel when you squeeze it. Something a little more firm than just, like, water or putty or what have you. And you can feel the difference in it. I will say it's very effective in that. Also, he cleaned up pretty nice. I used hand soap. I don't know if there's some sort of proper way to care for this little guy. But I used hand soap and water. And he looks a lot better already. No chunks of dirt. No extra hairs. Ugh. Sorry, adjusting. But I can't imagine him staying like this for long. You know? Clean. Because he's quite sticky. So this particular jelly bear that we carry, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 for effectiveness. Very effective. Nice sound, feel, all around. Cleanliness, he gets a 3, 4 maybe. Because he's easily washable, but you're going to have to do it a lot. It's kind of gross thinking about it. So let's not think about it. Oh. That was very thuddy. I like that. We're going to bring in to something new. Well, new to us anyways. These guys. Ignore the fact that this one still has a tag on it. Very nice, right? These little hand snappers are very satisfying, I think, in a way that is maybe for older people with a little more strength in their hands. Like, it does take a bit of practice and control. The first few times I tried to do it, they were sliding all sorts of ways and not actually suctioning to each other. But I love suction cups. This is my little Cubert friend. He's actually a stick-a-mole. Here, we sell these. You can't really see him in action, but you can hear that suction cup against this. Going full ASMR here. Anyways, suction cups are great fidgets. I love the sound and the sensation of them against things. And with this one, if they suction too well, you squeeze against the sides here to pull them apart. But you squeeze at the top to get them together. Effectiveness, they're a little tough in my hand. They're kind of firm. I could do the same thing very easily with our stick-a-moles not on my hand, obviously. My hand is a very porous, rough surface and soft. But against something flat, I could have a lot of fun with these guys. This guy takes some effort. If you feel like you need something to like go to town on and do some like those hand weights that help you with your grip strength, like go to town. You do you. I'm, however, going to give this guy a 5 for effectiveness. But it gets a 10 for cleanliness. This is a very smooth silicone. I can't imagine it getting too messy. I've never seen one of these get messy as long as we've had them. Dirt, hair, all that just seems to sort of slide right off. Very nice. I can actually say similarly for our little stick-a-moles here. These guys also come in a lot of different patterns. As you can see though, I am a fan of green. The internet is going to green screen, aren't they? Need to green screen me. Only if I get famous. Okay. So I'm not going to get green screened like the Queen, hopefully, and I'm going to show you Cubert one more time. Very fun. I love him. 10 out of 10. Would recommend having this little friend who gives you serotonin. We also have I was saying we have a bunch of others in different patterns, but I like green, and I like that this one happens to look like Cubert from the old game. And if you know that reference, congratulations. Leave a comment down below talking about how you too are an ancient gamer who remembers the days of arcades, or you watched Wreck-It Ralph. Here's something that might catch you a little by surprise that's ended up in here. Silicone chewing toys. Now, if you remember anyone who ever chewed the heck out of their pencils, these guys are going to be exactly what they need. I haven't taken these out of the package yet. These are silicone chewers in 3 different textures. I don't know if the textures will come out in the image well. Are you gonna? Absolutely not. You're just gonna show me the bag. I'm not gonna demo one of these for obvious reasons. But I have used similar things in the past. This one is good for going on top of pencils. This one is disguised as jewelry so that someone can wear it around. Often these ones are good for parents to wear, especially when babies want to grab at necklaces and dangling things and stick it in their mouths. However, some people who are anxiety chewers will wear these around so that if they need to, they can chew on them in public. However, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Let's date this video, right? We're at knock on wood, we're at what should be the tail end of a pandemic. Am I knocking enough? Please let this be done. Okay. But even then, there are always sanitary issues. For effectiveness, I definitely give these, I'm going to say 10 out of 10, because it can be tough for people who need chewing stims to find these kinds of things in a way that is non-judgmental and accepting. The necklace does a good job of blending it in as a jewelry accessory. The pencils provide it in a high anxiety environment for those who would really need it and would otherwise end up chewing on pens or pencils. Cleanliness. This one's gonna be a little obvious. These are gonna get gross. You're chewing on them, you're sticking them in your mouth. They're made to be washed. They're silicone. The only thing I worry about is potentially if you chewed on the beads here, you'd get saliva on the rope part, which is not good. However, this big chunky piece, actually you can remove from the rope portion and wash. Silicone is made to be easily washable, sanitizable, and cleanable. It's why it's used in so many cooking products, or rubber spatulas, silicone baking mats, that sort of thing. And so these are easily cleanable. They are meant to be cleaned on the regular. They are made for it because they're being put through something that isn't clean. It's our mouths. Mouths are gross. We all got them. That's okay. But yeah, for cleanliness, I would give these a 7 out of 10. Just because you do have to remember to wash them regularly to avoid disease, germs, bacteria, etc. But they can still be incredibly helpful. And because they're made in a way that's easy to clean, that's definitely a plus, a benefit. All right, we're gonna get into some weird ones. We just got these in. These are called Loopies with a Z. Funny, a lot of these are actually from the Pencil Grip Company. They do a great job of providing sensory and stim toys. I recommend giving their brand a look. I'll be right back. I'm actually going to cut the tag off of this one. found that. Ow. I got it. Don't ask how I broke this. Where are the scissors? I would like to find them. Ow. Ow! Why do I keep getting caught on things? It's because I'm wearing pants with suspenders. We're cutting that out. We're cutting like all of that. So this guy is pretty awesome. It's called, I threw out the tag, Loopies? I think it's called Loopies. Ow. We're going to have to do some serious editing. These guys are really fun. Look at this. Okay? Sound? Makes a little sound, mostly quiet though, which is actually pretty good. I'm fairly certain these are going to be more meant for like fidgeting in school or class when you're in the middle of something. I'm already like, this is my first time really handling these, and I'm already falling into emotion. They're going to get a live judgment review of first time handling this. I enjoy it. It sort of only goes the one direction. I can fiddle with it in a few different ways, but wow, this is... I'm not putting this down. You can tell usually how good a fidget is even if you don't get it right away with, do I want to put this down? No, I don't. I really don't. I'm enjoying this. I like this. I like the colors too. Just very glittery, keeps the eye. It's smooth. These chunky parts here are quite smooth. I believe they're resin. I can see this also is hard plastic, hard resin. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 for cleanliness, mostly because I don't think you'll need to clean it, like wipe it down with a wipe or something. If you needed to clean inside these little parts, these holes here in the resin, that could probably be difficult. You'd need pipe cleaners or something. That's only if you get like gunk in it, you know? And for satisfaction, for effectiveness as a fidget tool, I am still fidgeting. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Ross, you're giving a lot of high scores for some of these. Well, yes, I've picked my favorites. But Ross, you might say, what's the 10 out of 10? We're getting there. We get there when we get there. This is not it. This is Orby, O-R-R-B-Y, is spinning. I can't use this while it's got a tag on. Hang on. Don't break it, don't break it, don't break it. Yes. This is sort of your standard gyroscope toy. Look at that. Oh, this is fun. This is gonna be fun. Okay. Woo. You could get some neat things going on in here. Look at this. Oh, I like this. This is fun. This is a gyroscope. This is a little plastic gyroscope in some fun colors. I like it. It makes me feel like I'm doing science, astronaut stuff. I don't know. They stick them in the little gyroscope chairs. And look at me. I'm preparing for space. Alright. So as you can see, I just started playing with this for the first time today, and I love it. I love it already. Will this one earn the coveted 10 out of 10? Oh, it might. This sparks joy. This truly and wholly sparks joy. Very smooth motion. I mean, like, immensely smooth. I'm running into, like, almost no friction. I'm just feeling the weight of this move around in the thing. And even though it's so light, too, because it's plastic, this is great. It looks lovely. It catches my eye. Smooth, fun, folds up very easy, good for travel. Look at that. Even when it's folded up, it looks nice. I love this. Cleanliness, I don't know what it's going to be like after a while, but it is a smooth plastic. I would reckon you could probably put this in the dishwasher on the bottom rack. Don't take my word for it. If it breaks because you did that, it's not my fault. I am not liable. It also looks like it cleans easy, though. Like, it's plastic. We wash plastic all the time. Cleanliness. It also doesn't it hasn't picked up any of the oil from my skin while I've been playing with it. No icky residue feeling left behind on my hands. 10 out of 10. Effectiveness? 10 out of 10. I just like it. I just really like this guy. Oh my goodness. I might have a new favorite. Almost. It's going to be hard to beat Hernando. But where is Hernando? You've said Hernando's name like 5 times. We get there when we get there. Okay. Speaking of picking things in green, these are Swingos. Swingos fidget spinners. Not the traditional fidget spinner, no. This guy is a little different. I really enjoy this. Like, it's something that you can really, you know, feel the weight moving around in your hands. I give this guy, like, effectiveness, he's a solid 7 out of 10. Because it's not the smoothest thing I've ever felt. It doesn't move very, like, naturally. It's got the 3 different locations, which help, for sure. And I'm still picking this up and I'm still not putting it down. So maybe it's an 8. An 8? Ah. So maybe it's an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'll bump it up to 8. Just sitting here and fidgeting with it again has convinced me to bump it up to 8. Which, honestly, merit points for that fidget. Cleanliness? I have no idea how one would clean this. It's like a metally, plasticky material. It's not bad. I can see you cleaning it. It's got a lot of crevices, though. I can see stuff getting stuck in. But it's not gathering dust or dirt like some of the stickier or rubbery toys may. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. You know, lucky 8s all around, I guess, for this guy. For our Swingos Ringos dude. Not lastly, that was incorrect. I need to open this so I get the feeling we're going to cut away for a bit here anyways. Don't mind me. I'm just opening store products. Kim, don't be mad. If I could cut this, that would be pretty neat. Oh! I didn't rip it. I didn't rip the box. It's fine. It's fine. This is the Hape beaded raindrops toy for babies. Don't judge me. Listen to that. Look at that. See as you shift it how the beads fall. The spinny thing in the middle. Fantastic. Okay? I love this. This is so calming. I feel soothed. Rain noises. Can't you just get like a rain noise machine? Well, yeah. Can't you get something that's not for babies? Yes. Do we have anything in store like that right now? No. Do I have anything like that at home? No. So, leave me and my baby bead rain toy alone, okay? I'm here for this. I give this a 9 out of 10 for effectiveness. Very calming, very fun, very cute. Love it. Cleanliness? It's made for babies. You gotta make that cleanable. Plastic, wood. You're not exactly bringing this around with you. This is something you'd leave at home so it wouldn't get dirty. There's the Hape logo. Because I had that covered this whole time. Cleanliness. 9 out of 10. anything gets on this, I don't know how I'm going to clean it. But I don't think anything will. It's sort of not made for that. I'm going to put this back in the box now and pray nobody notices that I ripped it. Oh. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. I'm on the internet just a little too much. Now we're getting into the question. The question that you've all been asking. Who is Hernando? I'm Hernando and I'm scared of nothing. So this is Hernando. I'm sure you've seen these slugs around. We finally got some in. And of course I got one in like Bruno Green from Encanto. If you haven't seen Encanto, you won't get any of the references I just made about his name, but that's okay. Look at him, okay? Look at this delightfully good boy. Listen to him. Okay, hang on. He makes me so happy. Okay, you know what? Hernando gets the coveted 10 out of 10 for fidget effectiveness. I love him. He's so good. I don't know if this clacking is getting annoying in the video or not, but you know what? It makes me very happy. This sound, fantastic. This look, fantastic. Portable, effective. I can just hold him in my hand and just like, listen to that. Click, 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 click. It's satisfying. It's incredibly calming and fidgety and fun, okay? He's fun. We got some winners here on the fun category of the fidgets. I love it. I love them. I love Hernando. Hernando is a special place in my heart. But you know what? If something happened to Hernando doesn't really pick up dirt or anything. If something happened to Hernando and he got gross, I don't know how I'd clean him. He's got all these segments which help make him effective. But if there was some grime in there, I don't know what I'd do. I'd be very sad. I'd do my best to clean him out, wash him up. But he is all plastic. I'd worry about water getting caught inside of him and getting gross, but it's plastic, you know? He should be cleanable. I give him an 8 out of 10 for cleanability. Maybe 7. I might be biased because I love Hernando so much. But you know what? Don't come at me and my slug child. Alright. So this has been my review of fidget toys here at Boing Toy Shop. Thank you so much for joining me on this silly little journey, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!